Hey everybody, my name is Lionel Cruz from the NARIC North New Jersey chapter. I'm a past president and currently part of the sponsorship committee. And today we are here with one of our great annual sponsors, Ronnie Brink. He is the president of Brink's Tank Services. Ronnie, so good to see you. Thanks for joining us, inviting us to your office today. We just wanted to speak to some of our members and some of the real estate community, and tell us a little bit about your background, how you got into this business, and actually that's one of the first questions I have. When was your company established, and how you got into this business?
Well, started the business about 38 years ago, and it started as construction and pest control, rebuilding houses that were damaged by termite infestation. It rapidly evolved into a company that was actually renovating entire households. So there's a strong construction base to the company. We continued expanding services as realtors would ask us for various needs that they found during the course of the closing. And we've expanded to, as you mentioned, the oil tank sweeps, oil tank removal, soil remediation, full environmental suite of services, asbestos, mold, cleanups, and most recently, plumbing services. So we're licensed in everything that we do. We carry licenses and insurances. We have experienced people, for example, on the soil remediations. We do our geology, our hydrology, and all the case studies in-house with our own employees. None of it is sent out.
So it's not sent out to outside companies, it's all handled
We
inside.
do our own trucking, we have our own
That's
equipment,
important. That's
our own
good.
operators. It gives us great flexibility in scheduling and servicing our clients, and our ability to go anywhere we want within the Eastern Seaboard to
Nice.
do this work. We don't have to rely on other parties.
Nice. So we're in Hillside today. This is your corporate headquarters, right?
Yes.
I think, or I heard that you're operating in other states also.
Yeah, we've done business in 13 states, primarily the Northeast, but we have done several projects in Minnesota
Okay.
for contamination of lakeside properties with lead in the water. So we have the ability to go interstate, and we often do, primarily our bulk is New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, the tri-state area basically.
Does that require you, as the president of the company, to travel and go to these different states, especially with bigger projects, I imagine?
We have quite a few people here that have been with us a long time. We have some of our employees been with us for 30 years.
Oh wow.
And they're very trusted, very knowledgeable in what they do. So we'll send these people out to take a look and see what's going on. They report back to us, and we formulate a plan to best serve the project.
Nice. So what licenses is Brink's currently holding? I know recently you acquired your plumbing license, right?
Yes, we're licensed plumbers. We're licensed septic installers. We have licenses in mold as well as asbestos. Mold in New Jersey, most people don't realize you don't necessarily need a license to operate. New York, you do. So we have a New York license that transfers over to New Jersey. We have all the construction licenses to do pretty much just about any project.
You're building homes right now.
We're building homes right now. We're licensed builders. I mean, it's my secretary recently brought a list of licenses. We have 28 licenses
Wow.
throughout the states for various entities and various services that we provide.
Wow. So now that you speak about your secretary, I'd like to get into that a little bit because you have a very big operation. What does the employee list look like? Your admin team, your sales team?
Well, there's obviously pre-COVID and post-COVID.
Sure.
And like everybody else, we trimmed it down a tad. Prior to that, we were running maybe 80 guys
Okay.
out in the field. We were doing a lot of big demolition projects, things of that nature for government agencies, and that kind of everything hunkered down with that. Just the ability to do work in enclosures. We're running right now about 40 employees, and we're in much anticipation of things opening up further and taking some of our old employees back that are hanging out there ready for the fall.
Sure. So what does the future look like for Brink's? New offices, expansion?
Well, I think that the amount of states that we're on, like I had mentioned, we've done projects in third. That's a big enough area for us. We'd like to expand even more services. A nice add-on to our new plumbing would be HVAC and electric.
Nice.
To be able to serve the real estate community, and we really work best with the real estate community. We've built our entire business all these years concentrating on rapid service and follow-up.
Yep.
So a referral to us should any reason not work out the way it was, we stand here to follow. We have a big team and a large interest in making sure that our repeat realtors are happy with the services that they refer us for.
Nice. Yeah, I think everything that you mentioned is part of our business as real estate professionals. The oil tank sweeps, dealing with plumbing issues. We were talking about this earlier.
Yes.
Another thing you mentioned, which was interesting, I thought was a good point, is the OPA requests, open permits on the property.
Yes.
Getting those closed out.
Correct.
You can help us with that kind of stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. I've bought and sold approximately 300 houses since I've been doing this for many years, and I realized that these open requests become very difficult. You have basements that were finished, and there's no permit for it. The guy who finished it's no longer in business.
Yep.
We can help you close those permits out. We can go to the township, apply for permits that there aren't, our namesake, and try to close these things out. We can do the same thing with a tank has been pulled and there's no record of it. A contractor did it without a license. So we have a sufficient staff to get into that. It's something that we're used to dealing with.
That's great. I think your phone's gonna start blowing up as soon as we finish. We're gonna need that kind of help.
Well, yeah.
Why did you partner with the Narrock North New Jersey partner as an annual sponsor? The real estate community. What was behind it? What was your thinking?
It's a very energetic organization. Prior to COVID, there were lots of get-togethers. Really terrific parties, for lack of a better word. A fun organization. A lot of educational opportunities over at Kane College. I remember one in particular was very educational. It was an all-day affair, and lots of good people. We know a lot of these people for years doing business with them in New Jersey. And they were gracious enough to ask me to participate in it. And I can't tell you how glad I am I took part. Our business has grown exponentially because of our association with Narrock. And you can't wait to see what the future holds particularly when COVID subsides.
Yeah. So I'm gonna twist this a little bit. A question I'm gonna ask you, maybe, what is something that you would like to see changed, maybe from our side, as realtors, as brokers? What can we do better to partner up with you in a more efficient way, getting things done?
I think the most important thing is time. The timing of when we're called into a problem. If somebody takes a listen to you and know there's a tank there, I think that tank needs to come out as quickly as possible. Because in current transactions, unless an investor is going to buy the property, almost every purchase is going to want that tank out.
Sure.
And the sooner it gets done, whether it be asbestos or mold, whatever the situation is in the house, that clearly needs to be rectified. Don't wait till after the offer is necessarily made. The contract is made. Now there's a timeline, and now the pressure's on, the heat's on.
Sure.
When you pull an oil tank, sometimes they leak. That can add 8 weeks to a program. You lose a highly qualified buyer.
Of course.
By waiting too long. It's similar to what you had brought up earlier about COs.
Yeah.
There's just no cause to wait till the last minute to get it.
Yeah, it's something cultural, I think, for our industry. Right? We wait till, has the CO been ordered, has the fire inspection been ordered, depending on what city, and everybody goes, and then boom.
What's made this so much worse is the obtaining of permits. Where permits used to be issued in 3 to 5 days generally, some of these towns are taking 20, 30 days to issue a permit, and your deal is sitting in the water for a minor issue.
Right now, you can't even meet with a lot of these building departments. You drop it off in a mailbox, right?
Correct.
And they have to pick up the permit. Then you gotta follow up, and it just becomes, a lot of them are working from home.
Yes. And not quite as bad as it was before. For quite a while there, entire departments and would close down for a month on end.
Yeah. No
business transaction. And it's just things are very difficult. I do see them loosening up a little bit, but it's a good habit to get into, even when times are good.
Do you see anything changing maybe in your industry? I think in our industry, technology, especially with COVID, moved really fast. You know, we were into technology, but it just seems like what should have taken 5 years has taken now 12 months, just because, you know, we're working from home so much. I mean, look at Damien with all his equipment right now, you know. This is the future. Do you see that in your line of business?
In some instances, yes, but because we're a service industry, we always need boots on the ground.
Sure.
So people need to be there. You know, looking up listings online is a great way for people to involve themselves in the purchase of real estate. We can't do that. We need to actually physically get out there and do the work.
Yep.
We need to move the soil or pour concrete or whatever we need to do. It's on site. Where management has helped out quite a bit is with the better use of communal interactions on the internet, where we can have meetings with the person on site, the client in California, and the engineer.
Got it.
So we're taking much more advantage of that.
Using Zoom.
Correct. Yes. All the
There's
time.
a Zoom call every day.
Yes.
You know, Ronnie, I really appreciate your time. Thanks for inviting us to your office. Especially, you know, you're like a partner. You're not just an annual sponsor, but you're a partner to the Narek, New Jersey chapter, and we appreciate, you know, all the knowledge and education that you provide.
Well,
So
it's my pleasure. It's really
it
been
was really
wonderful.
good seeing you. Stay
Same
safe,
here. You too.
and hope everybody enjoyed
Take
this.
care now.
All right, take
Thank-
care.